What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Did I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron and today we're going to be talking about Eternal Evolution, and it is a brand new year, 2023. So we are going to be talking about kind of a new strategy a little bit, some new MVPs that carried me, and kind of the motivation to make this video was the fact that I have my main account here. It is not completely free to play, I will say that, but I am currently at 5.3 million. My soul mine is currently at 336. My story instance challenge is at 3836. Now, I feel like that's doing all right, but not necessarily overwhelming. But what I want to share with you is roughly a month later, because let's see. So my 30-day login here, I'm on the last day of my second month playing this game on my main account. On a secondary, completely free-to-play account I started. We are on the first day of the second month. We are at 1.9 million. Our soul mine, oh, that's Terra. Get out of there. Our soul mine is at 306, and our story challenge is at 3336, which to me is insane how in that short amount of time I have progressed way farther than I did on my main account, which isn't even free to play. And this one being totally free to play and just having a little bit more knowledge and using a different set of champions has really changed how far I've progressed. So the two heroes I really want to focus on in this guide are Oysa and Sorietta, because my main crew here is Leo, who is an absolute monster, but he's a triple S, so that's going to take a lot of your gene hybrids and everything to get him up to that level. So this whole team's only going to have one triple S, which allowed me to focus in on Leo and make sure he was getting as much as he needed, which he is an absolute monster. A lot of people call him broken. He is carrying this team, I'm not going to lie. So when you get to that double chip event and you're pulling for Leo, maybe you get an extra shard, I highly recommend you do so. He is, in my opinion, probably the best Triple S champion to begin building to get you through content. So the another one I'm using is Senway, which was a Rise of Heroes event, so that's not going to apply to everybody. So I know Collaza's out there right now on the Rise of Heroes, and there's going to be another one. Nagrama was the first one, didn't really do that much, but Senway's been an absolute beast, and I have high hopes for Collaza. So use that Rise of Heroes hero that you're getting a ton of resources for, and hopefully they'll be able to put in good work for you. Then I was using Liren, switched to Serena, which I think is an obvious play as soon as you can. But now let's get to the two we're talking about specifically. Oysa is an awesome tank, and the main reason why is this ultimate ability. She summons a bolt of divine light from the sky to strike enemies, inflicting defense percentages damage, and has a 70% chance to stun enemies, and it's a big circle, and she can stun them for 1 second. Now the chance is based on accuracy, so some accuracy secondaries would be useful. I don't think it's worth putting in your primaries, and maybe way later in the game when you're focused on a lot of PvP. But then I also have the talent here that's going to increase the radius by 1 meter. So it is a large circle. You can typically stun their entire back 3, back 4 heroes with this ability, and that stun is absolutely massive, not only in the story challenge mode, but also when you get to your CC in the Twilight Lands, that boss that you have to stun. If you mix an Oysa with another hero that can do a stun, it really simplifies that, and she has been an absolute beast for me. The second one is Sorietta, and I was initially kind of down on Sorietta. I just didn't think that it was that great of a hero. I thought, you know, all right, but nothing major. Could not have been more wrong. Sorietta is crazy good for several reasons. So those orbs that circle Sorietta do damage, so she's essentially kind of an AoE character, but she can also do single target with her ultimate, which summons the orbs and then shoots them all at one target. So she's a wonderful hybrid of both AoE damage and single target damage. But she also has this, the Rage of the Dragons. Fire a cannonball into the forward sector, dealing damage to all enemies in the sector, and this is the important part, knocking them back. And if there are already orbs on the ground, it knocks them far away, and if the sphere hits the hero, then it does them damage too. But the important thing is the knockback, because when I was on my main account, I was using heroes like Taylor and Emma, which do a ton of damage but have 0 combat control. And that was what I was missing. I was having to brute force power my way through everything, and I was really struggling. If I got to anything that had any kind of durability, that, you know, a 2 tank set in front where I couldn't focus the damage on that back row, I was just getting burned down because I was trying to just pound through everything, and it's not a good strategy. So using a team like this, where you have Leo, that with his spin can punch into the back row and chase down those back heroes, Senway, who does outstanding AoE damage, Oisa, who can take damage and do a stun, Sorietta, who does AoE damage, pinpoint damage, and can also do a knockback, which is going to buy you some time. And then, you know, obviously you need that healer, so a Serena or a Maserani if you have them, or Liren if you're stuck with Liren. Bota's out there now, so maybe you got a Bota going. So a couple different options in that healer spot, but I just wanted to highlight, I made an earlier MVP video with like Muka and Taylor, and some of those characters are still absolutely outstanding, but I did not give Oisa and Sorietta enough credit. And another amazing thing about them, in the Wasteland here, you can buy Sorietta copies. In the recruitment under basic exchange, you can buy Oisa. And then for the advanced pulls, you can put on your wish list both Sorietta, as you see there, and Oisa. So these are not only strong characters, but they're also very easy to obtain characters, which makes them infinitely better. Because remember, as we start the game, we want to focus on our one super team. Once we have our super team up and running, then we start to expand. Like, I put Taylor to Immortal today. And you guys know from my other videos how much I love Taylor because he's so versatile and puts out such good damage. But he wasn't in my main team, so I stayed focused, even though I know it was a hero that's going to help me out down the road. So I didn't necessarily want to say a new strategy, but it kind of is in using some different characters. So just because a character is out there on a tier list and it may not be the highest, you know, you're not going to be able to chase all your triple S's right away. Use some of these other characters out there, build a team that has some kind of combat control, because that was my main mistake, remember. I just tried to brute force everything, and it doesn't work nearly as well, as you can tell by the progression I have in my free-to-play account. So, there we go. There's our new strategy, new MVPs, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to go ahead and close out the video with a new gift code for 2023 for the new year. It is going to be K2023. And I have not gotten this yet, so let's see what we get. 100 diamonds, some soul potions, an advance card, and a resource pack. So another wonderful gift from the developers of Eternal Evolution. So thank you for the gift code yet again. If you guys aren't playing the game, I can't recommend it enough. So much fun. Use my links down below, please. It will directly help out my channel. One's for BlueStacks, an emulator for PC and Mac, and the other is just for your phone since it is a mobile game. So there you go, guys. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up if you can, and as always, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.